Hello everyone, this is Dr. Vaishnavi Ganji. Today I am going to teach you practical of determination of bleeding time and clotting time. Okay, so let's start it. So now first I will teach you some theory aspects, okay, and then I will show you how to do the practical. So now tell me, what is the difference between homeostasis and hemostasis? Homeostasis: any self-regulating process by which an organism tends to maintain its stability while adjusting to conditions that are best for its survival. Okay, and hemostasis, it is a process to prevent and stop bleeding, meaning to keep blood within a damaged blood vessels. What is the definition of bleeding time? It is a medical test that measures how fast small blood vessels in the skin stop bleeding, and it is due to temporary plaque formation, and the most common method used is Duke's method. And what is the definition of clotting time? It is the time required for a sample of blood to coagulate in vitro under standard conditions, and this is due to permanent fibrin formation. And the most common method used is capillary tube method. Now, what are the steps involved in hemostasis? There are three major steps. Okay, first one is vasoconstriction. Second, platelet plug formation. Third, coagulation or clot formation. Okay, so now we will look first vasoconstriction. Constrictions of smooth vessels of blood vessels. Okay, constriction of smooth blood vessels in response to injury. Second one, platelet plug formation. It occurs due to adhesion, aggregation, and release of its action. Okay. Third one, coagulation or clot formation. It occurs by three things. First, activation of Stewart power factor. Second, formation of thrombin from prothrombin. Third, formation of fibrin from fibrinogen. What is the importance of coagulation? First one, prevention of further blood loss. Second, protection against injury and drying by scab formation. Third, provision of a framework for tissue repair. Now, what are the factors on which bleeding time depends? First one, condition of the vessel wall. Second one, formation of temporary hemostatic plug. Third one is the temperature. And factor on which clotting time depends. First one is presence of all the clotting factors. Second one is temperature. What are the conditions where bleeding time are prolonged? First one, when there is a decreased platelet count. Second one, if there is any abnormality or weakness in vessel wall of capillaries. Okay, and the third one, when the temperature increases. And the condition where clotting times are prolonged. First one, deficiency of any clotting factor. Second, vitamin K deficiency, and third is the anticoagulant overdose. What are the methods of bleeding time to estimate it? Okay, there are two methods, Duke's method and Ives method. Most common method used is Duke's method. Okay, we will learn about it. First, set the stopwatch at 0. Okay, then tip of the finger is cleaned thoroughly with the spirit and allowed it to dry. Make puncture deep enough to ensure free flow of blood without squeezing your finger. Okay, immediately start stopwatch or note time. The time of the puncture of the finger is referred as 0 time. Then 30 seconds later, escaping blood is dried on the edge of a clean piece of filter paper. Repeat procedure every 30 seconds using a fresh area of paper on each occasion until bleeding ceases and no further blood spot appears on a filter paper. Therefore, each blot of the blood on the filter paper represents 30-second flow of the blood. Okay. Count total number of blood spots on filter paper and multiply this by 0.5. This gives the BT in minutes. Okay, what is the normal bleeding time? It is 2 to 6 minutes. As I have explained you in the previous slide, put first drop on filter paper at 0 second, and then after 30 second again put second drop. You have to just touch your finger to filter paper. Okay, Now repeat this procedure until the bleeding ceases. Now count number of spots and then multiply it by 0.5. So here there are 5 blood dots, okay? 5 blood spots. So you will get the answer 2.5 minute, okay? What are the methods of clotting time? There are two methods. First one, capillary glass tube method, which is most commonly used, and we will learn about this, okay, here now. Second one is Lee and White's method. So let's learn about capillary glass tube method. First, start stopwatch at 0. Tip of the finger is cleaned thoroughly with spirit and allowed to dry. Make a puncture deep enough to ensure free flow of blood without squeezing your finger. Immediately start stopwatch or note time. The time of the puncture of the finger is referred as 0 time. So these three steps, which are common in both bleeding time and clotting time. When a large drop of blood has collected, introduce end of the capillary tube into drop, holding the tube such that its other end is at the lower level. Blood flows rapidly into capillary tube. Hold capillary tube filled with blood in palm of the hand so as to give it at body temperature. At the end of 1 minute, break off about 1 centimeter of the tube from one end and notice if thread of fibrin connects the broken end of the tube or not. If there is no fibrin thread, repeat this procedure every 30 seconds till that fibrin thread is appeared. Now the appearance of this fibrin thread of about 5 mm length indicates that the blood has clotted. The total time taken from the time of the puncture till the formation of fibrin thread is clotting time. Okay. Now what is the normal value of clotting time by this method? Which is 3 to 6 minutes at 37 degree Celsius. First clean the finger with the spirit and then make puncture. Start your stopwatch and note the time, okay? Make a large drop properly and then keep one end of the capillary tube near the drop and the another end slightly at the lower level. Blood will flow in automatically, okay? See, like this you have to fill the capillary tube fully. And don't forget to start your stopwatch, okay, at the 0 second, 0, which is known as 0 time. And after fully filled capillary tube, hold it in between the palms of the hand, okay, to give the body temperature. Let's look at this video. Now at the end of 1 minute, start breaking capillary tube from one end and notice if thread of fibrin connects those two broken ends of the tube or not, okay? If no fibrin thread is present, then repeat this procedure every 30 seconds until that fibrin thread appears, okay? So now see in the right side of the image, fibrin thread is seen at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. What are the precautions that we should take while doing this practical? First, the finger should be pricked by single stabbing action. No squeezing of finger should be done. Second, be alert and note a 0 time. Third, glass capillary should never be filled with blood by means of sucking at another end of the tube. Okay. Fourth one, experiment should be carried out at normal body temperature of 37 degree Celsius. Now, what are the other tests of hemostasis? Capillary fragility test, platelet aggregation test, platelet adhesiveness test, clot retraction test, clot lysis time, prothrombin time, partial thromboplastin time, thrombin time, activated partial thromboplastin time. These are the two terms you should know. What is hemophilia and what is purpura? What is hemophilia? It occurs due to deficiency of factor 8, clotting factor 8. Okay, and here the clotting time is prolonged. And what is purpura? It is a condition which is characterized by abnormality resulting in hemorrhages in the skin, mucous membrane, internal organs, and other tissues. Here, bleeding time is increased. Now, the practical aspect is over. Now, this question you should know at the end of this module. Okay, what do you understand by the term hemostasis? A numbered series of events involved in hemostasis. How is coagulation of blood brought by? Condition where BT and CT are altered. Physiological importance of coagulation. What is the zero time?